Inter Miami is still undefeated in the MLS. What does that mean for the rest of the MLS? And what does that mean for Miami? Can they keep doing this? Can they keep up with how intense the league is? Juan, thoughts?
So as of right now, there are 5 wins, 3 draws, 0 losses.
0 losses.
That's pretty good.
Undefeated.
Yeah, because even the games that they were losing, they came back and remontada, if you will. Well, remontada means that you come back and win, so that doesn't apply.
Yeah, but comeback tie?
That's good. No. Hey, look, it's early on in the season for sure, but I definitely like what Mascherano's identity of this Inter Miami team is.
Can you explain that to me? Because I don't know.
Oh, they look tough. You know what I mean?
Like
they look chippy.
Chippy, yeah. They have a little bit of that Argentinian grit.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah.
Players like Noah Allen are coming together and finding their form.
Yeah.
And I was not a fan of Noah Allen, strictly because I thought he was a boy.
But now
he is a little boy, but he's playing great.
Yeah.
I think he's doing good. Kramaski,
Ustari's...
I did not see that coming. I thought it was strictly because it was an injury to Callender.
Yeah. He took his spot.
He took his spot.
And I rated Callender as in terms of
Callender's. I still think Callender's better, but even you read the hot hand, right?
Even out of all the U.S. men's goalies, I
prefer him as a starter. Yeah. If I'm being honest.
So crazy that he took his spot. If it's looking like that, if I was Callender, I'd fucking bounce. I'd try to get the fuck out because the World Cup and all that stuff is coming.
Yeah. But I'd be too soon to move already right now.
I don't know. It's weird. He's in a weird position.
He's also, remember, their season isn't on point with Europa.
Yeah.
Europe.
Well, okay, so currently in third place with 7 points. I'm 18 points. Jeez, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
18 points.
But they're one game less.
And we're only 1 point behind Charlotte being number 1 and Cincinnati being number 2. We had some tough games because we just played Columbus. That was a game that...
I did not think they were going to win that.
Yeah, that was a tough game. It was a 1-0. Really hard-nosed fought.
Columbus just looks so good every year. Yeah. I think their academy and the players they bring up from and they buy it's always on point. You never know who they are technically, right?
Yeah.
But they gel so well and
they play good as a team.
They play so good as a team.
Yeah. So let's look at the West Coast and let's see what's it looking like over there. So we got Vancouver with 20 points.
Yeah, Vancouver looked good this year.
Austin with 16, Minnesota with 16, Portland with 15. San Diego is, for me, one of the favorites because of the way that they play, but they're at 6th place. They're still a newish team, so I think there's a lot of growing pains with that. But Vancouver looked really good. Miami has played out of the top 4, none of these teams yet in the season.
No.
So
LAFC, yes.
Yes. Well,
they're not.
So at least the top 3 they haven't played yet. I'm curious what these games look like. I think that'll be a really strong indicator.
Well, they got Vancouver in the tournament coming up.
In the Champions tournament?
Champions tournament.
Oh.
So,
look at that. I feel like that's going to be a really tough challenge because it's like they're going to play one of the hardest, the first place team in the West. And how can they do against that team? What do you feel? What do you think is
I've been watching San Diego, Austin.
Yeah.
For God's sake, Charlotte.
Yeah.
And I've totally slept on Vancouver.
Right.
So I actually, we're not in the West, so I don't pay attention to the standings out there.
Yeah.
The East, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So when you were like, oh, they're in first, I was just like, they're in first? That's a little...
Yeah. Well, okay, so based just on difficulty positioning, obviously, they're a really, really strong team. This is what it looks like, the Champions Cup. it's looking like number 1 and number 2 of the MLS. This could be a potential final in the future.
In the future, at the end.
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
Yes. So I think we don't know.
Would it be justice if we lose now, Inter Miami, and then at the end of the season, we win the whole thing?
I mean, it would be a fun storyline, but
you don't think
I'm curious about that team and what that looks like. So
look, so they got Vancouver coming up, they got Dallas coming up, then they have New York, which New York is never an easy team, if I'm being honest. Red Bull is also the same thing as almost Columbus.
So then they play Minnesota.
And Minnesota,
which is
San Jose, too.
Which is in second place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, based on Miami's performance so far of the season, the grittiness, I think the most important aspect of any team when I see them play is how it's not even that they win, it's how they win, how they pull off, and the mentality, because it's really easy to lose a game or to be down 2-0 and kind of accept your fate and then just eat it. But then it's another thing to be losing and to come back, which Miami has done.
I think Miami's going to do well in the season, and clearly that's because, elephant in the room, Messi, Busquets, Suarez. Suarez is playing great this season. But also their supporting players that they have. And I'm also very excited. The MLS this year looks more challenging. That's what I wanted to say. And the other teams look great.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, not for nothing, but when when Miami would go play FC Dallas or Toronto or whatever, I'd be like, okay, this is an easy win. It's not looking like that anymore. Every team's academy's doing great. I don't know if you guys watch MLS Next. There's young kids coming up and through their academy, and they look fantastic, man. So I think MLS and the USA in soccer is going in a great positive direction. MLS now, I'm paying way more attention now to other teams than I did before.
Do you feel like I think it's way too early to make predictions for Inter Miami and how they're going to do? Last year was an indication of that they were technically in any other league in the world, they were the champions of that league.
Oh, yeah.
But the way that MLS is set up,
we play playoffs.
Yeah, so exclude that. We know that nothing is guaranteed in that kind of, and especially in the MLS. But I feel like they will do well. They're stacked, and like you said, they have a really strong bench coming off players, secondary role players that are doing really well. That you need that to support a team like this when you don't have a Messi, when you don't have a Busquets or whatever. Now, let's fast forward. Let's play a game of we fast forward to the end of the season. They do really well. Let's say they win the MLS Cup. They do gangbusters. New stadium is coming up. All this stuff like that. Possibly get a Kevin De Bruyne on. Maybe a Di Maria comes in. What does Inter Miami look like next season with potential people of big stature possibly coming on?
Because we don't know if Messi... That's like kind of like a rumor, right? That Messi extended his contract.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like not... I don't really believe it until it's like published on ESPN.
Right. And there hasn't been one. Yeah. They're saying that he wants to.
Yeah, but I think Inter Miami just look exciting. So let's just say hypothetical. We lose Messi. He's gone. It still makes Miami a destination to come play. Yeah. Right? You got the beautiful weather, the houses, the
new stadium.
It just it's enticing to come play here now.
Yeah.
So I
100% agree that it's an exciting place to come play.
Yeah, that's why football players, basketball players, they like coming here to play because it's exciting to play in Miami, dude. It's like
Inter Miami is looking exciting. MLS is looking exciting. Excited to see how this looks like this week with all the games, and we'll talk to you in the next one.
Bye, everybody.
Suck it, Arsenal. All right.
It's hot in there.